Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about what you should include in your retail pitch to chain stores. If you have a great product you want to sell to bigger retailers and you're wondering about your pitch, this little training will give you something to think about and how to get started today. With that said, let's get started on today's training. So let's talk about what you should include in your retail pitch. Obviously, there's a lot involved in that answer, but I wanted to give you some tips and strategies in regards to your pitch. A pitch really means that you're reaching out to retailers about your product, obviously. In my assessment of products for so many years, the number one thing that I believe should be in a pitch is your money story. Really what that means is proving to the buyer your product is going to make them money. And whatever that looks like, right? So maybe you are selling a product that you've been selling for a while and you have a lot of units sold. Probably something good to share with the buyer. You'd be surprised at how many people focus on the product itself and all the little nuances of that product, not anything to do with their sales. That's a big thing for a chain store who's trying to make a living, right? You definitely want to talk about any sort of things that you've done that's made money. Another thing to consider is when you talk about money is maybe there's a lot of people who know about your product. Maybe you've been on the Today Show or something. Those are very special things to share with a retailer because that shows that a lot of people know about your product, or maybe you've been on HSN QVC. We have a training system on how to sell to HSN QVC listed on retailmba.com. There's a lot of ways to sell a product, but letting a buyer know that your product's already been seen by a lot of people is very exciting. Now, what do you do if you don't have any proof of sales? There's lots of ways you can get a buyer to believe that your product will convert. If you have ever put your product on a website, right? If you can show proof that people like the thing, reviews and such, high reviews, that's very interesting to a buyer, right? Because they really like people who like a product. Sometimes it's not just money that gets a buyer to buy a product, but to them, money equals if people like your product and you have proof of that with reviews and such, that'll get a buyer to believe that your product will be more likely to convert. So those are some things to think about in regards to your retail chain store pitch. If you want to learn exactly what words to use to reach out to buyers, how to get them to buy, what to include, and all the details, we explain that in all of our training and coaching systems, all listed on retailmba.com. We are happy to help you with scaling your business today. Karen Waksman, Retail MBA. Hope that helped.